You mentioned there that you had this facility for voices. That was, what, presumably from childhood, was it?
I remember when I was at home, asleep in the bedroom with my brothers. I came from a big family, so I've 4 brothers, and most of us were asleep in this big bedroom on these bunk beds, and I would wake up in the middle of the night and wake my brother up and say, Kevin, what? Does this sound like Norris McWhirter? It's at 4 a.m. What? Yeah, just like him. Go away.
Because yours was a generation informed by television, of course, weren't you? I mean, television was the formative influence.
I think that's very important to me, because I grew up with television. I used to, before video, I would record Monty Python and 40 Towers with a cassette recorder with a microphone pointed at the TV. Because there was no, and I'd just have an audio recording of a TV show, and I'd play it back to friends, and during the visual bits, I'd sort of have to explain the visual bits, so I'd listen to it and go, he's going through a door now. He's sitting on a chair. OK, and then, you know, that. So I was very much into all that, and Monty Python and all the records, I'd listen to them or memorise sketches.
What about the other inspirations that you got? I mean, Paul Calf, for instance. I mean, he was somebody that you met as a student, wasn't he?
He was the kind of person who as a student, I'd find very... threatening. See, because I was a student, I was kind of...
You were a drama student?
I was a drama student, but I did these summer jobs where you did casual labouring, and I worked in this chemical plant with these lads, and they all thought I was a bit soft, because at lunchtime they'd all be reading The Sun and playing cards, and I'd be reading The Guardian and doing the crossword, right? And they'd look across at me and go, "What are you reading that for, eh, you great puff?" Reading The Guardian? And I'd laugh at some article by Hugo Young. And I go, and they go, "What's so funny?" Well, it's just something in the article. Well, read it out. No, I don't think you'd find it funny. It's just some observation about the Conservative Party policy. Is that funny? And there was one guy there who was actually, he worked on this stacker truck, he was called Mick. And he walked around with a fag in the corner of his mouth all day, like this, looking like death. Like he wouldn't never look him straight in the eye. And I was loading up this big barrel of linseed oil. Don't ask me why, but I was. That was what I was asked to. And this lad next to me said, "There's Mick coming along." Said, when he comes past, just to get in with the other lads, his gran had been knitting him a sweater for ages. He said, just when he comes past, say, "Has your gran finished knitting you that sweater?" And I went, "Oh, OK, I'll be one of the lads then." And I went, "Hey, Mick, has your gran finished knitting that sweater?" And he stopped the stacker truck and went, "You bastard." She lost her arms in a milling machine. He told me to say it. And he said, I'm going to have you at the end of work today. So the rest of the day I was sweating like this. And as I was going to sort of collect my cards, and at the end of the day, he ran up to me, he ran straight up to me and he went, "We had you there, didn't we?"
Did you ever get thumped?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did get thumped, yeah. I got thumped. Yes, I did. Usually outside the chip shop. Isn't that normally where people get thumped? Yeah, I did get thumped. I normally kind of... The way when I was with lads like that, the way I'd avoid getting hit was I could do impressions, and the one they knew was Sylvester Stallone. Oh. So they go, "Oh, do your Rocky," and I go, "I'm going to bust your ass now." "You're all right."